I'm Keith Liu, the Open Platforms Lead at Microsoft Canada.
Hi, I'm Matthew Potter, Lead Developer for citizenbridge.org.
My name is MacDonnell, and I'm a software developer with SELA Canada.
I'm Chau, and I'm from the Open Platforms team at Microsoft Canada.
My name is Bryan. I'm working at IdeaNotion. I'm one of the partners.
So open data for me really comes down to being able to provide information to the general public as a company, as an organization, as an institute, or a government agency in a manner that will be open and accessible for everybody to use in whichever manner that they want. Being open and having an open data set really comes down to presenting yourself completely unbiased to the general public and letting them see who you are.
The reality is the government has always had a lot of information. The trouble that they have is making sure that citizens and developers and organizations can use this easily. So the idea of open government or open data within government is government taking certain processes or steps to ensure that people like you and I can use the information without restriction.
Where I see open data going is more information becoming available more quickly, as well that combination and extrapolation to start getting knowledge. I think eventually what you're going to see is people taking open data, running statistical analysis on it, releasing those results as open data. So you'll see a growth and a manipulation of the data in very interesting ways.
I'm currently working on a project to promote traffic safety in my local community. I want to get kind of create a application that will show the citizens areas where people are there's aggressive driving. So the idea is to collect the data and put it on a map so that citizens will be aware of dangerous places, and children should avoid maybe those areas for them to play.
Regarding the open data projects that we work with, we are working with the Canadian Abilities Foundation, a charity for disabled people, to develop a map-based application that consumes all sorts of open data together with their proprietary information to allow the public to get on this app and have access information to various different locations or venues across the city.
I think it's a really exciting time for open data. We're at a crossroads where we finally have the technology that really enables government organizations or organizations in general just to free up their information.
What that means from a development point of view is that our apps can become smarter in that we're getting data from multiple resources, we're getting pre-processed data in some cases, and that means that what we can do with it becomes very exciting, because rather than just having, like now you might have an app with some locations of parking. Eventually what you might find is that once people release more data, you're giving locations of parking and likely times that it's going to be available, or usage rates, or you start to combine that with other resources such as, say, crime rates, to let you know where the smart places to park are. At which point governments can then feed off your app and your information to drive development and policy.